Okay. So up here at Prince Gallitzin State Park doing some sledding, and as you can see, the lake is down some, so I'm actually standing where it would usually be water. But I noticed some visitors to the park and my phone won't pick them up, so I did the best with my binoculars to try to get a little video of them. I'm going to take a wild guess that those are tundra swans. Not 100% sure, but next is a little video through my binoculars. So check it out. Still here at Prince Gallitzin. Just wanted to give you a conditions update. There is ice on the lake in varying thicknesses. Over by the causeway, we did see some ice fishermen. As I mentioned earlier, the lake is drawn down. They're doing some repairs to a few different things. We went over to our favorite general store to get some sandwiches, and there is a restroom here if you need one. That's where we're at. Not sure if I'll be able to use this audio because it's pretty windy up here, but there's the water tower at Headache Hill, Prince Gallitzin State Park. If you're familiar, that cove there is where the campground is, and looks like there is a ice fisherman out there. So we're over here at this sledding hill. There's not nearly as much snow as the other one, but my son and these other kids and their parents have already been down, so you got enough snow to sled ride on. So here comes my son, and we'll get a video of him going down. Ooh, he biffed it. Ha. That worked out better. So this area is nowhere we've never been before, and also the channel, we've been here. But this is one of my favorite state parks, mainly because of how close it is to home, but also because it's a great state park. It's got everything you could ever need to do, ever on a vacation, on a day trip. You know, you got the tower up here. It's closed during the winter time, but you can come up and check that out, and you got this view of, probably a couple counties. You got the view of the lake. You've got bald eagles, the tundra swans that I showed you today. There's all kinds of really cool stuff to check out, and quite honestly, it's got to be on your list if you've never been here. You need to come check it out. You need to have a good time here. I mean, this is central Pennsylvania at its finest. In the fall, you've got all the color show. It's just everything. Everything a man and a family and a woman and kids, boys and girls could ever possibly imagine. So now we're over at Blackmashannon. Right up here is the campground. And right here is the sledding hill. So my son's going to try this one out, and we'll see how that goes. He's a bit nervous of clacking into a tree, but I told him to bail off. He knows how. He's learned this. Let's see what he does. So, as you can tell, Blackmashannon has a good bit more snow than Prince Gallitzin did. And because instead of being up on top of a hill, we're within all these trees, I believe it's actually 4 degrees colder here, but it feels a whole heck of a lot warmer. So, we're going to sled right here for a bit. If we get a chance, we'll go down to the lake and see if there's any tundra swans here, and then we got one more state park sledding hill to make it to today. So stick around. So as I mentioned earlier, Prince Gallitzin is my favorite state park, but so is Blackmashannon. And the reason being that Blackmashannon ranks as my favorite also is because the amount of public land that's here. It is in the area of Mashannon State Forest, so there's all kinds of public land to get out to here. And I mean, that's a great reason for it to be a favorite, right? It also has a lake. You're not going to get as big of a boat as you would at Prince Gallitzin, but for kayakers, it's all the same. They've got the campground, much smaller than Prince Gallitzin, but that also means that there will be less people. And here shortly, I think my son's getting ready to go again, we will go check out that lake. So out of the 3 sledding hills you've been to today, the one at the marina, the one at Headache Hill, and this one here at Blackmashannon, which one's your favorite so far?
Headache Hill.
Headache Hill. All right, I thought maybe it'd be this one. But there you have it. So far, out of the 3, Headache Hill. Not very warm today. No fire in the furnace. The ice skating rink that they keep. This is where they check the thickness of the ice and stuff at. It's the only part of the lake that they check the thickness for. So if you're a ice fisherman, this knowledge does not help with the rest of the lake where you would ice fish at. The restroom was open and heated, so that's good news. There's all kinds of things here to do, especially in summer. You got horseshoes, you got the beach over there, of course kayaking and whatnot. We're going to take a drive back and see if there's any tundra swans at the back where we saw them at last year, and then we're off to maybe one more state park, and possibly one more sledding hill. So we made it to the back side of the lake. You can see my son out there ice skating with his boots. Appears the whole lake is frozen over, and if you're an ice fisherman, this would be the one to come to, as there's a lot of ice fishermen, but there is some opportunity to enjoy an area with not very many other people. So, Black Shannon froze over, some snow, winter wonderland. So we're at Canoe Creek State Park and Canoe Lake. We believe we're at the sledding hill. We can't find the sign that we thought we had seen before, but somewhere back there, my son is, and I don't know if he's still looking for the sign or not, but we'll see. And there's not much snow here, but he did slide the whole way down, so that's promising. It's actually colder here than at Black Shannon, although the temperature is higher. So he's still sliding, but we did see a sign. I'm going to try to find that, but we do believe this is the sledding hill. The thing just says to park at the Education Center or the Mattern Road cul-de-sac, and it's right there. But the one hill has a disc golf course on it. I just seen a thing the other day. The state park was mentioning they were expanding it from 9 holes to 18 holes, and they claim it's the best kept secret of the park. But it's here. The tee thing was right here. I don't see the other, there's the basket. Let's see if we can get that zoomed in here. Right there is the basket. So if you're into disc golf, Prince Gallitzin has it, Canoe Creek has it, and I don't know if Black Shannon does or not. I will have to check on that. If you know, drop me a comment, but I'm going to try to get that information. My son is now walking around with his hands in his pockets, so I don't know what happened. I'm going to go check on him, and we'll go down and check out the lake. My son found a friend. He says his name's Jimbo. I don't know. I guess that's what happens when your older sisters move out and you don't have anybody to come along. So he brought a friend. He's getting a cool ride in his sled. So I'm here at one of my favorite picnic tables. Here's Canoe Lake. After being up on the mountain all morning, we are now down here in the valley, in between Canoe Mountain, in Canoe Valley, at Canoe Lake, on Canoe Creek, in Canoe Creek State Park. So that's where we are. There is some ice. My son's gonna go test it out here. There's not much snow. I'll spit here. Not much snow at all. So we don't know if we found the sled riding hill. We're gonna have to do some more research. We remember there being a sign. We did not see the sign, and he wasn't very excited about it. He went one time and said that's enough. But he's over here now. Let's see if we can watch him fall in the water. Checking out the ice. Canoe Creek is also one of my favorite state parks. Also, because it's close to home, it is probably the closest state park to my home. And this is a historic, adventurous type park, really known for its hiking trails back to the limestone kiln. There's also a hidden limestone kiln at the far end of the lake. Not too many people get to it. I have videos of it and this place in warmer weather and in colder weather. Hikes on all of the different trails if you want to check them out. So if you don't know, Pennsylvania State Parks close at sunset, and you ain't gonna find the sun today, so it's getting pretty close to that time. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, hoping to add in a bunch of information. If you don't know about the winter report. All of our state parks offer up winter information about snow and ice and all of those happy things. So you can check that out. I'm going to show you how to find that. And I'm going to hang out here for a little while with my son until we get a little bit cold, and we'll head home. Thanks for coming along today. This was an interesting trip. It started out with, we were just going to go to Prince Gallitzin and see if they had snow. Of course, we always have our sleds with us, and they have sleds there for you to use if you noticed, or if I've already said. So, I've got a funny feeling the audio on this is going to be bad. We got some wind, which we didn't have on top of the mountain at Black Mashannon. So, hopefully my son does not fall in the water, and hope to catch you in the forest.